5 world's most dangerous records that nobody would like to break. People die to make world records, they put in everything it takes to do something unique. On the other hand, some people unknowingly get themselves registered in the record books. Their intentions might not be of creating a world record or something like that, but situations led them to the creation of some of these unique records, and nobody will ever try to break those extremely difficult and weird records. Today, in this video we will learn about the 5 most difficult and unbreakable world records that nobody wants to break. Number 1. Record for the longest distance. A person being displaced by a windstorm. 19-year-old Mike, who was visiting his grandparents' house on 12 March 2006, was struck in between a windstorm and was thrown 398.47 meters away from his house. His grandparents were also displaced, but not as far as he was. Mike didn't suffer any injury and survived the disaster, but did make this unique record. Number 2. Spending the longest tenure in prison. Paul Gattel, who was born in 1894, is the person who has spent the most number of years of his life in captivity. At the age of 17, he was sentenced to prison in charge of murdering 43-year-old man. However, he was all set as discharged from the prison because of his good behavior, but the prison medical department found that he was mentally unstable and cannot be set free in the outside world, as he can be a danger for normal people of the country. And in the scenario, Paul had to spend 68 years 245 days of his life in prison. This is the highest number in history. Number 3. A person who failed the driving test for the most number of times. Cha Sun of South Korea passed her written driving test, in which she was called upon for the practical test. This was one of the happiest days of her life because for the written exam hundreds of times, but each time she failed, she submitted around $4,800 as the exam fees over the year appearing for the exam, which she failed each time. At last, in 2009 she passed in her 960th attempt, which is the highest number of attempts taken by anyone. Number 4. The person with the most number of kidney stones. A man in India was suffering from stomach ache for the past few days. On appearing for the sonography test, it was found there was a stone in his kidney. Dr. Ashish, who was the doctor who operated him, told that a total of 172,555 stones were extracted from his kidney in an operation which lasted for 4 hours. It is the highest number of stones ever extracted from a human's kidney. The person survived after that operation. Number 5. The person to dodge death situations for the most number of times. In 1920, an Irish person living in the New York of America, he was called as the Iron Mike, as he was successful to evade each attempt made by his family members to kill him. His family members issued 3 lives insurance policies on his name and made a plan to kill him and run away with all the claim money. They tried to kill him by giving sleeping pills, antifreeze, turpentine, rat kill, and many things, but somehow Mike was able to survive all these attempts. And now he holds the record for the person to have fooled death for the most number of times.